Hey guys, it's Bernadette. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to be doing a story time for you guys on receiving the COVID-19 Moderna vaccine. I'm also going to be talking about the side effects that I experienced, as well as just a little story time on the patients that I've encountered who had allergic reactions to receiving the vaccine. Now, if you don't know what the vaccine does, it's pretty much a way and prevention method of you not getting COVID-19. So I am a nurse, and so I was eligible to sign up and receive the first dose early. So you could see right here that I took my first dose January 12th. It's been about 2 weeks now. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little skeptical of receiving the first dose of the vaccine. I wasn't sure what kind of side effects I would have or any kind of allergic reactions, but I knew that the pros would outweigh the cons more in the long run of just really protecting myself and just being so at high risk as a healthcare professional. So prior to receiving the vaccine, I decided to give my body a pre-treatment. I wanted to give my immune system a boost, so I decided to down some emergency. If you don't know what that is, it looks like this. It's pretty much a powdered form of vitamin C along with some other antioxidants, B vitamins, and also electrolytes. It'll just really give you that boost for your immune system to keep you healthy and keep your body balanced. I get sick really easily, so I really do recommend this from not getting sick or if you're afraid of getting sick. I also decided to take an antihistamine. This one's called Allergic, also known as Zyrtec, or I would recommend Allegra. These are two of the most commonly safe antihistamines, and if you don't know what an antihistamine does, it pretty much prevents you from getting allergy symptoms. So anything like sneezing, coughing, runny nose, itchy, watery eyes, an antihistamine will pretty much block that in your body and prevent you from getting those allergy symptoms. So I pulled up to the vaccination site, received my first dose, and then I was guided to a waiting area where I would sit and wait for 15 minutes for any kind of like side effects. I sat there, I waited. I actually started to feel dizzy probably within the first 10 minutes. I thought that I was just pretty much imagining this, and I was actually talking to some of my family members who also received the vaccine, since they're also healthcare workers, and they said that they feel the same way. So after receiving that first dose, I had to go back to work. The dizziness went away, but I started to feel extremely exhausted. I took my vaccination pretty early in the morning, and I kind of suffered throughout my work day. If you do get the vaccine, I would probably recommend that you take it later on, because I just could not function, and all I did was want to go home and go right into my bed and sleep. Another side effect that I experienced was a headache day 1 and day 2, as well as just a really mild, slight lingering headache that kind of persisted for the rest of the week. And what I did was just take some Tylenol and it went away, or just took it whenever I just felt that pain and pressure against my head. I also experienced soreness on my arm, and it was pretty painful. I could barely do anything or sleep on this side, and that's pretty much a common side effect that you may experience. So I would suggest just using your non-dominant arm to get the vaccine. And guys, if you want a pro tip, and if you're Asian just like I am, I would recommend using white flour or Tiger Balm. I swear this will like literally seep into your muscle and cause your muscle to like soothe the soreness and kind of give it that cool into your muscle. So some of the other things that I also experienced, just feeling sick. I just took some emergency and just kind of carried out through my day, but I was just thinking of that was a way of my body just tolerating and cooperating with what was inside of me. I remember specifically that Saturday, at the end of the week, I was eating dinner with my boyfriend, and my body just suddenly came to like a stop where I just kind of felt short of breath, and then my whole body just kind of like stiffened up. I don't know where it came from, why it happened. Maybe I kind of just associated it with just receiving the vaccine. I'm not so sure, but I took some Tylenol again, rubbed some of the oils against my body, and then went to sleep, and it was gone the next day. I just think it's a way of my body building the antibodies. I'm not sure. That was really, really weird, and then it didn't happen again. So I'm going to be sharing 2 experiences that I've had with patients receiving allergic reactions. One was an allergic rash that developed several days later to receiving the vaccine. You may get an immediate reaction, you may get a delayed reaction, but she got a rash days later, and what we recommended to do was taking that antihistamine as well as some hydrocortisone cream, because that rash can get itchy. So you may also want to do some ice packs as well, and then just seeing what happened. She felt so much more better afterwards. The red rash completely disappeared and didn't come back afterwards. Patient 2, so she received the vaccine, and she also got a delayed reaction several days later. She got a red rash, and it was also itchy, but this rash did not go away and still persisted. Now, she was just so concerned about receiving that second dose of the vaccination when she hasn't recovered from that first dose. And so after talking to the doctor and getting some advice, she was told that the red rash was not a super potentially large life-threatening situation, but what the doctor did recommend was to pre-treat it with some Zyrtec at least 1 week prior. I think this is such a good way of not developing any kind of more severe reactions, because essentially your body is just building some support so that way it won't develop such a large reaction. So if you're the type of person who's had a lot of allergic reactions in the past and is at risk for developing anaphylactic shock, I would recommend just carrying your EpiPen with you. It essentially reverses all those symptoms of getting into anaphylactic shock, as well as just carrying some type of inhaler just in case you just get short of breath. Usually asthma and allergies are related in that sense. And I would also recommend just waiting at the waiting area after receiving your vaccination for at least 30 minutes. Now, this is my own personal experience, and whatever I've encountered in the past, everyone is different to reacting to the vaccine. But I hope some of this information just answers some of your questions and just kind of just relieves your minds in some way. I will be receiving that second dose February 9th. So if you guys wanted to see a story time on that, then please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment down below. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!